Not your first Comic-Con, what's it like to be back, but this time with Marvel?
It's great, you know. It's always super fun. Like, these things are always like a lot of love and like a lot of joy, and you know, get to hang out in a green room with Thor and Doctor Strange and stuff.
So you're playing Alexi, a.k.a. Red Guardian, in this movie. Tell me a little bit about your version of Red Guardian, a character who fans have met previously in Marvel Comics.
The fans have what?
They've met him in Marvel Comics, never on the big screen.
They've met him briefly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about him, is there's like not a lot of people know about him. And like I think that's one of the really fun things about this character, is there's an openness to our interpretation. I mean, the one thing that we do know is that he is the counterpart to Captain America on the Russian-Soviet side. But in that way, we have a lot of play with who he is. And we are playing with him. Like, he is really rich. And initially when I heard the pitch, I thought she was talking to me about it. She was like, so he's this and he's this. And I was like, oh, yeah, I got it. You know, like when you watch a movie and you're like, oh, I got that guy. And then this, and then he's this, and then this happens. And you're like, whoa, like, oh, wow. Like, so he spins and he twists and he turns in ways that make sense, but in ways that I don't expect characters to go there. I expect characters to be a color or a flavor, and we kind of know them and we kind of get them. And this guy is really rich, and like, so in that way, I'm just like, I really am blessed to play this like super three-dimensional character in this movie.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. Talking more about your indoctrination into the Marvel universe and being a part of what's going forward, how are you feeling about your role with Scarlett Johansson and making sure that everything happens the way it should happen?
Making sure everything happens the way it should.
What is your take on the script, where it's going, where the character development is going, and where everyone is being?
I mean, it's great because you get to go back a little bit in time with her, right? And you get to really explore these events. And that was one of the things that was really interesting to me in the movie, because you know the events of Endgame. And so you get to explore how she got there to make that choice, I think. So I think that's part of the interesting thing of her narrative, is we get to go back and explore this period of time between Civil War and the events of that particular arc, and delve into her. And one of those things is our relationship. We've known each other for a long time, and that relationship plays into all the stuff that's come beyond. And the great thing about knowing the end of an arc is that you get to go back and either foreshadow or play against or whatever, and in that way it's very joyful for the fans to see these emotional moments or these perhaps character beats come in at times.